Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, day 16 in Big Brother 27. Did I do all the stuff? I think I did. Yesterday, Tuesday, a day of scampering, skittering, little bits of discussions, and I'm not sure right now. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I have not tried to pull out the jelly beans or the Skittles or whatever have you to calculate the votes and where things stand, because I think it's still changing. I don't think it's solidified. If someone held me down and said I had to guess, my guess would be, remember, we have Will and Amy, who were renoms from two different Power Veto competitions or ceremonies, and Adrian. And Adrian was supposed to be the pawn, right? So we have three people that were, in theory, never supposed to be out this week, and were only nominated because somebody else came off the block. Kelly and Keanu were Jimmy's first targets, both safe now. So there is this inner struggle among the house guests on who to keep. And I did see someone make a point this morning when I was quickly scanning the timeline about, can we stop calling Amy a shield? Yeah, the term shield in that case is not really appropriate. In general, and I am not a hardcore gamer, game theory person, but in my experience, the term shield means someone who is a bigger character than you, a bigger target than you. You are holding them out in front of you to take the hits until eventually they go. You discard it aside, and then you are there on your own. But you kind of keep the shield up there to take some of the initial blows in the game, but then you discard them. I don't think Amy is a shield. But yeah, she's kind of seen as we can get her anytime. It's a narrative that's being painted by. Is it being painted by Rachel? I'm not sure. I just don't think she's not truly a shield. She's a weak player, but people keep putting her up. But then people go like, oh, you can get her out anytime, so let's get this other person out, right? As long as it's not, Amy is if you think of it this way, Amy is with Rachel. So rather than target Rachel, we're going to put up Amy and get rid of Rachel's ally. But then once Amy's up there, they say, well, we can get out Amy anytime, so let's get the other person out. It's almost like this is how the good players get to the end. It's like we just keep doing this. So there's that, the term of the shield. Amy is not a shield. There's nobody up on that block today that is a shield right now. They are all just players and are kind of considered weak players for that matter. And so, yeah, there's that. And so anyways, back to if you hold me down, if I had to pick, I would say Will is probably safe. And then Adrian is safe if he's against Amy. And I think the only way Amy is safe is if she isn't nominated. So Will, at this point, as of last night, as of yesterday, Will should stay no matter what. And then Adrian goes only if he's up against Will. And Amy goes if she's up against either of the two. But again, this is we're Wednesday. We're lots of discussions out to go. And there's a lot of shuffling, a lot of multiple alliances, multiple people working against each other. And the only thing I really wanted to talk about, well, there's a couple things. I shouldn't say that. Oh, and I had a discussion with my friend John at lunch yesterday. And now I'm trying to go back to what it was. It was an example I was giving. Oh, it was about the show. The way this is a quick thought. I might expound on it sometime down the road, but just to get it out there, the TV show and how I was explaining to him, because he's now stopped watching the show and just listens to me for updates. So he's living Big Brother through me, and I'm afraid I sometimes may give him a skewed view, but that's fine. But he was excited a little bit, or intrigued about the extra competitions and creating lots of, not the same old. It was more about differing competitions and not making the show simplistic to like the teens, the tweens, right? However, as I said to him, by introducing more competitions, the producers make it easier to edit the show to where it's pretty much just a sports center, a highlight show, where they don't have to show nearly it's like a sporting event more than a drama. It's there's this, there's that, here's the clip. We just keep going, and oh, by the way, here's a little bit of gameplay on the side, but they make it easier to put together a show where they don't have to show that. Now, I say that, and they've extended the show to 90 minutes on Wednesdays, right? So they have added time, and now with Taylor and Derek being the hosts of this Unlocked show, that was announced yesterday. There's an announcement. They announced that Taylor and Derek were the main hosts of this Unlocked show. I'm kind of jumping away from my little analogy there, but that's fine. That was enough said of that. Just point is that the show is got more stuff going on, but that almost makes it easier to put the show together because you're just editing basic highlights. Taylor and Derek, I don't know what this show's going to be like. I will check it out. Taylor she actually jumped on Taryn's afternoon show that Taryn was doing yesterday, did a call-in, and I listened to a chunk of it. She's very excited. She seems to feel like they're bringing something that will please everybody. She makes it sound like the CBS has been very receptive to what they want to do, and that they're willing to change things if things don't work. So I don't know. We'll give it a try. I'm not knocking Taylor. I'm not a big fan of Derek as a presenter. I think Taylor was a recruit that became a huge fan. She's been living Big Brother since she got on it. She's still doing it. She also pointed out quite clearly, and she was, to her credit, she said to Taryn yesterday, hey, I have to admit that I've been making money off of Big Brother since I was on it. So this is 3 years now that I've been getting a paycheck thanks to Big Brother, in addition to her winning. She's like, they're paying me to talk about Big Brother, and this has been amazing, and I'm aware of that. So that's good. She has some great self-awareness, Taylor does, and she's a very smart person. So we'll see what it does on Friday. So back around to the show and what's going on in the house. We've already established, as I said, that Will seems the safest, and then Amy is the least safe, and Adrian is in the middle. There's a lot of scrambling among the, quote, bigger players, and that's my word, bigger players. If I look at, not so much Rachel, but all the new players. When you talk about Jimmy, Vince, Morgan, Mickey, Zach. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't have my list. I don't have to deal with it right now. But there's probably one or two more I'm missing. Those are the kind of the big. I see those as the big players that are in big alliances, willing to make moves. Seem to be. I said Morgan. Yeah. Anyways, there was a conversation that I guess Ryan or Brian, someone posted this morning overnight on Blue Sky, a 5-part conversation. I did not watch all 5 parts. I may eventually, but I'm not sure. I think I got the gist of it. Where Whitney and Ashley, who I'm not lumping in with the big players because I don't think anybody sees her as a solid person to partner up with. They're using her, but I don't think they want to take her to the end other than someone to bring along. But Mickey and Ashley, one of them or both of them caught, and I say caught with air quotes, Vince, Zach, and Morgan in one of the rooms talking. And this is like 2 a.m. or whatever. And they're like, okay, see, they're plotting. They're doing stuff. And we aren't aware of it. So if we're not aware of it and they're doing it, then we're not with them, or they're against us, or they have this going. And it's kind of setting off their own little alarm bells. But with the exception of Ashley in that group, and again, I'm just sorry to discount Ashley, but she's really, she tells everybody everything. She's got a lot of people that have worked against her. She may be getting back in people's good graces, but I just don't give her a lot of possibility on getting all the way to the end, or at least not winning. So anyways, as Morgan and Ashley were talking, one of them was saying, you know, I'm looking at, maybe it was Zach. Zach's got to go, or Adrian's got to go. And one of the things they're saying is he's got to go before jury because he's not a vote for me. And it's like, I've heard that several times, and I'm trying to think if I've heard that in previous seasons where they have been actively trying to get rid of people before jury because they are not votes for them. And maybe occasionally it's been said, but this is like multiple house guests seems to have said things like this. It just seems to be a thought within the house of if a player, if you look at a player and you've decided they'll never vote for me, then you need to get them out before jury. So that in theory, everybody in jury is a vote for you, and then you have to manage to get to the end so that you can get those votes. And I don't like that option. I think you should be doing, as we talk about jury management, and you should look at everybody that gets into jury as being a potential vote for you. And you have to manage them to make them a vote for you, not, well, they're never going to vote for me, so I want them out now. I don't know. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm missing something, maybe this has happened every season, but I've noticed this chatter in this house, and it's kind of like, you guys are, I don't know, you're thinking it wrong. You should not be thinking that person's never going to vote for me. If you're thinking that means that is your attitude the entire time, and they certainly are sensing it and feeling it and be like, well, why should I ever work with Morgan or Mickey? You know, Mickey's never going to vote for me. Why should I work with Mickey? And whoever that person is, they feel the same way. And it's like, you guys are, figure out how to make it work. You can look at each other and say, I respect your game, and let's, you know, figure out what we can do to get both of us get to the top, you know, 7 or top 9. They haven't figured out. They don't know how many are in the jury. We don't know, but whatever it is, let's make it work. I don't know. I find it interesting that they've run down this path and they're doing that. So I don't know. I'm somebody's welcome to tell me why I'm wrong or that it's always been this way. I'm open up to thoughts. This is the one problem with talking to myself is that I'm not sure if I'm missing the point or if it's been this way recently or if it's always been this way and I just hadn't really thought about it. It's just been a dialogue that I've seen I saw going on last night as I was watching different things, and I noticed it. Just people talking about they're very, very concentrated on get this person out before jury. Get this. I know that's a thing that's happened, but it's usually someone that they've said, I don't want to live with this person in the jury house. That's usually what the reasoning is for why they want to. Not that person will never. I mean, sure they're going to say that person will never vote for me, but they are just really just locked in on. This person will never be a vote for me, so I got to get him out of before jury. I don't know. It just seems to be that being so laser focused on that is making them miss other parts. Anyways, that's what I got. I don't have. We got to hold another day now of this stuff going on, so that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen yet because there's just so much going on, and. Lots of people, they're all playing, they're all talking, and they're all going. And I think I saw Morgan, I don't remember who she was talking to yesterday, but she was like, talking to somebody, she's like, I'm exhausted. All we're doing is game. Well, that's her own making, too, by the way. You don't have to, but they feel the need to. So it's definitely not been boring feeds most of the time. There's stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on. And most of them are all playing, right? So... there you have it. It's been it's discombobulated morning. I apologize that it's not more clear, but yeah, we have another day. We have another day to see, and I don't know if they're locked down, if the backyard is closed yet. I mean, maybe this season they won't close the backyard until the night before the show, and I don't know where they did. That was the thing, and one last round of thought. I don't know. They did the battle, the blockbuster competition was, I'm pretty sure, in the quote basement. And is that where the head of household competition was as well? Because that was a fairly elaborate set. Did they set that up? Is that what took so long? Is that they were setting that up? Was it in the basement? Because they got the backyard back pretty quick, and I don't think to be that dark, you'd almost need it to be in this quote basement. So maybe they just have a very quick turnover staff this year. It's really, that was kind of amazing unless they have a second location where they're taking them. We don't know. We haven't heard it discussed. And maybe we'll find out sooner or later. But with that, I am out of here. You guys have a good Wednesday. I will probably talk to you tomorrow with hopefully a much better grasp around the lay of the land as far as who's going. Although, as I said, I've told you who I think it is. We'll see if that changes at all between now and tomorrow. All right? Be well, everybody. Thanks for the support. Oh, Jen, new patron, signed up yesterday, I think. Jen. Thank you, Jen, for being a new patron. I'll try to next week to give a shout out to everybody, but I did get a new patron yesterday named Jen. Thank you very much, Jen. I messaged you, and I will, I don't know what I'm going to say. I will something. I will. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Be well. Bye-bye.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woo-hooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.